Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ, average player in World of Warships Legends. And you are here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. Today we are not necessarily reviewing a ship, although I know I've yet to bring you a review of the ship we're in, the American Tier 6 Premium Destroyer Benham, available for either green XP or doubloons. I want to say I bought it when it first came out because it's a torpedo boat, and most American destroyers are gunboats. So I bought it, I put Albert Leaves in there, life was good, and then some other stuff happened. Anyway, the potential to have a really nice game in the Benham is there, but it also has a lot of downsides that seem to come back and bite you when you really need them the most. So what are the downsides? Well, it has a short torpedo range. The torpedoes don't do a ton of damage, and they have horrible firing angles. Horrible firing angles. So you got 2 quad launchers on each side. You also have 4 guns. I want to say I think the AA is respectable, but you're not going to get a clear sky in this thing unless you are utterly targeted nonstop by the carrier. No, the reason I'm bringing you this match is more just to illustrate how situational awareness and keeping track of what's going on in the game is vital to winning. It's great to have a great game, it's great to have a crack, and it's great to have medals all over the place. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning the match. And what you're going to see here in this game is that the enemy team forgets how to win the match. And maybe we had something to do with that. Maybe we didn't. Who knows? So I went into Bravo and it was no bueno. I did not like the way it looks. And here's the other thing. If you're a destroyer in a domination match like this, the Bravo cap is the most likely cap where you're never going to have support. Ask me because I know. All right, here we're spotted briefly. I don't know what was spotting us. Laga, not that far away, but he's out of torpedo range. We're just going to launch these torpedoes for scare tactics. Maybe somebody will blunder into them. Probably not. Encouraging my teammates to shoot at this guy because if you're in a destroyer, cruisers are bad. All right, and so here's the thing you got to learn to do in the Benham. Lots of loop-de-loops so you can get your other side torp launchers active. So you're going to do a lot of turns in this ship. So it helps to have that good rudder shift going on in order to make that happen. All right, there's a red team destroyer way over there, and he is being double-teamed by my teammates, so I'm going to ignore that. And I think they didn't kill him, but they will here in a minute, hopefully. We're just going to keep cruising, trying to get the Laga back in torpedo range. And maybe there's another enemy destroyer in that smoke screen, or was. Who knows?
All stations reporting the position.
So we're just cruising out here, trying to impose our will, trying to get these torpedoes in range. And as you can see, we're pretty concealable, 5.1 kilometers. I want to say if I took off Fragile Threat, it'd be 5.2. Does the extra 100 meters matter? Not really, but I use it anyway. All right, so we're going to torp out. We got to reload on our starboard side, and we're spotted. We're in spotting range. And so I'm just going to turn away. And in turning away, I'm going to use my smoke screen, and then I'm going to launch torpedoes through my smoke screen. I like to call this an advanced tactic. The rest of you probably think everybody does that. Anyway, I think he runs into these torpedoes. Yes, kill number 1. All right, we're having a great game. So now I'm going to go into Bravo and try to cap it while keeping an eye on the enemy Mas over there, or Mas, or Mas. It probably has some other pronunciation I'm not advanced enough to figure out. We'll call it a Mas. But it's over there, and we are going to keep an eye on him while we go into the cap and try to get some points for our team. And as you can see, Charlie Cap totally taken over by the blue team. And we have a huge lead in terms of ships. We've only lost 1 ship. The red team's lost 3 ships. Not looking good for the red team. So maybe somewhere, someday, there's going to be a way to figure out how your team lost a huge lead in ships. But that day is not today. So we're just going to see, as time goes on, my team gets utterly frittered away, and I just have no idea how. We're just blazing through the Bravo cap, trying to cap that out. That will give our team a 2 cap to 1 lead. Also heading towards the North Carolina. Going to try to intercept him with torpedoes. But again, these aren't very long-range torpedoes, so we're just kind of heading over there. And as you can see, that ship in the distance near that smoke screen doesn't have a lot of health left. So we are continuing through the cap. We capped that out, our first solo base cap. And yep, indeed, that ship did get taken out. And then another ship gets taken out. So now we're tied. And I am still trying to get shots out on this North Carolina. And when I say shots, I mean torpedoes. Although the Benham does have 4 U.S. guns, I believe with this ship, you shouldn't use them unless you absolutely have to. Or unless you're fighting another destroyer. Or unless you're in the smokescreen and the ship is spotted. Because you're going to do your work with these torpedoes. You have a ton of torpedoes. Maybe the most torpedoes available for any ship in the game. So the North Carolina gets in torpedo range, and we waste no time in sending our portside launchers that way. And now we're going to turn away as another teammate gets killed. And my plan was going to go into the alpha cap here and see if we could cap that out too. Because we're down, and so we need all the points we can get. And as you can see, we're down by almost 150 points. So really, any little bit helps here. Looking at my torpedoes through the rock, I'm wondering if they're going to do any damage at all to the North Carolina. I'm really hopeful that they will, but the farther they get, the less chance they do any damage. Well, I do get a couple of torpedo strikes, but it just doesn't do a ton of damage. So, not very impressive. Okay, we got a Fuso over here. That is the only enemy popping up. And another one of my teammates gets taken out. And now we are down 6 ships to 4.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
So again, way down on the points. My only goal is to capture Alpha at this point. That's all I'm trying to do. And right about now, I start to realize that my only chance to win this game is to maybe get 1 kill and then hopefully try to prevent them from capturing these bases back. Now, it looks like based on the screen, one of their destroyers went way up in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the map, out near the border. So by doing that, he takes himself out of the action, and he takes himself out of the ability to influence these caps. And you cannot allow that to happen if you are a destroyer. I know exactly what he thought. He thought, we have a big ship lead. It's not going to matter if I go to the back of the map, because we have a huge lead. But it does matter, because your goal in these domination matches is to capture the cap circles. All right. And I know you know that. I know if you're one of my loyal 127 subscribers, you hear me say this all the time. This is for you new people. In a domination match, capturing the bases is literally the most important thing. And this match is going to show you why, as another of our teammates gets killed. And now we are down 3 ships to 6. But we have all 3 bases. And
In 5 minutes.
we got torpedoes en route. Maybe they'll do something. Maybe they won't. The North Carolina looks like he's at the back of the map. Aircraft carrier looks like it's at the back of the map. We do get a torpedo strike on the Fuso. And a couple more torpedo strikes. And so I'm going to send some more torpedoes his way. Maybe we can finish him off and help tilt the balance for our team. And as you can see, we are down by, I don't know, about 280 points. And we do finish off the Fuso.
Enemy battleship.
All right, so that should have helped out a little bit. Now we're down by 170 points. And, and I'm the only one left. And I am the only one left. All right, so here's where the red team starts to do things terribly wrong. So they're doing a good thing here by capturing Bravo. And I'm thinking to myself, I just want to spot one of them. Maybe I can get some torpedoes out. I'll just blind launch here. And I'll just do my loop. And maybe they'll blunder into the torpedoes and all will be right with the world. And then I can go over here and finish off this North Carolina. And then, who knows, maybe I'll have enough points at that point to not worry about the outcome of the match. But you see what happened. They lost a little bit of the capping of Bravo. So either another ship that was in the cap left the cap, or maybe the ship that was in the cap, I don't know, he stopped capping for some reason. Now they've almost got it capped out. But during this whole time, we're still piling up the points. And there again, it looks like a ship is going in and out of the cap. And red team, you can't do that. You have to cap out Bravo. Because all you're doing right now is preventing me from getting 3 points. And then, lo and behold, they leave the Bravo cap. And I think they got greedy. I think they think, we're going to kill this last Benham. It's a Benham. We're going to kill this last ship. And so it doesn't matter if we capture Bravo or not. But at that point, you were still winning on points. And if you had captured Bravo, then we would be getting points. At least I wouldn't be getting 9 points every tick. I'd be getting 6 points every tick. So now they go into Alpha, and they stop the tick on Alpha. But I'm still getting twice the points that they are. And if they were smart, Battleship would just stay in Alpha and cap out Alpha. All I have to do is be spotted. You know, that's all that has to happen here. And right now, I'm only down by 60, 70 points. So, but they leave Alpha. I just don't understand why. And their point lead is going to evaporate because they didn't cap Bravo and they didn't cap Alpha. And there's no reason why. There literally is no reason why. So now they're going to go cap Charlie. And I think they will actually successfully cap Charlie. But by then, it's going to be too little too late because I believe we already have a point lead. And all this could have been prevented if they did what they were supposed to do and flip Bravo and Alpha around, which they could have easily done. I wasn't contesting that. I was going to let them take Bravo and hopefully draw them into range and use my torpedoes. But at this point, with less than a minute left, I'm just trying to stay alive because I got a lead. I'm going to win this game against 5 enemy ships because they got greedy. They started chasing me, even though they don't really know where I am. You've got to pay attention to how you got to win the game. And you're not going to win the game with 20 seconds left with a destroyer popping a couple shots at me. And I'll just throw up my smoke screen. Yeah, I'll take a little damage. But the damage has already been done. In the cap circles, when your own teammates didn't capture Bravo and Alpha, and they could have. And if they had captured them all, I'd be SOL. But the time's going to tick out here. I'm just going to launch some torpedoes to launch them. But at the end of the day, if you are on the red team in this scenario, you got to capture those cap circles and flip those caps. So we win the game for our team single-handedly. There it is, solo warrior. Just 49,000 damage, 2 kills, 2 solo base caps. And we end up with 435,682 silver, 3646 ship XP, 9254 commander XP. There we are at the top of the board in the Benham. That's a 1849 base XP. I can't even read the number. It's so low. But it is better than anybody on the other team. Red team, you got to capture those cap circles. That's how you win a domination match. If you enjoyed this quick tutorial, hit that like button. And you can always subscribe for more slightly above average ship reviews.